In the quietest moments of your life, when no one is watching, when even the world seems to have turned its back on you, there lies a secret act that carries the power to change everything. An act so hidden, so pure, that only Allah is aware of it. Imagine kneeling down in the stillness of the night, tears falling silently, your lips whispering words only your heart understands. That moment, unseen and unheard by the people around you, is where miracles are born. The dua you make in secret is not just words you speak. It is a dialogue between you and the Creator of the heavens and the earth. It is the kind of plea that bypasses every barrier, pierces through the unseen, and reaches straight to the throne of Allah. And when it does, life as you know it begins to transform in ways you could never imagine. Think about it. When we raise our hands in dua in public, it has beauty, but it also carries the risk of seeking recognition. Others may see us and admire our devotion, but hidden within that admiration could be a shadow of pride, even if unintentional. But when you raise your hands in private, when nobody knows what you are asking for, when nobody sees your tears, when nobody even realizes that you are having a moment with Allah, then that dua is pure. It is not tainted by the eyes of others. It is not mixed with the desire for approval. It is stripped of every distraction and clothed in sincerity is the key to unlocking divine mercy. There are countless stories of people whose lives were transformed through secret dua. Think of the mother who cries silently for her child's future, the young man who begs Allah alone to save him from a sin, the woman who prays in the depths of night for a spouse that will complete her deen, or the worker who whispers for relief from debts when no one else knows his struggles. Each of these du'as are known to the world, are known to Allah. And when Allah knows, He responds in ways far beyond human comprehension. The Prophet Muhammad taught us that Allah is closer than our jugular vein, and He listens. He listens to the dua of the desperate, the dua of the broken, and especially the dua that is made in secret. Now here is something to reflect on deeply. When you keep your dua hidden, it is like protecting a treasure. Imagine you owned a precious gem, priceless and rare. Would you leave it exposed for everyone to see? Or would you guard it, keep it safe, hidden from envious eyes until the right time to reveal its worth? Your dua is that gem. The more you protect it from the gaze of others, the more valuable it becomes. It is preserved for you alone, and its impact when it manifests is a testament to your bond with Allah and not to your public display. The Quran itself praises those who spend secretly and remember Allah privately, for they are the ones who truly embody sincerity. But let's be honest, making secret dua is not always easy. Life is noisy, distracting, and filled with endless demands. Our minds are often clouded with anxiety, fear, and doubt. How many times have you raised your hands but felt your heart empty? How many times have you repeated the same dua, wondering if it is even being heard? This is where faith is tested. The beauty of secret dua lies not in how quickly it is answered, but in the transformation it brings within you while you wait. Every time you whisper your needs to Allah in private, you are strengthening your relationship with Him. You are declaring again and again that you trust Him even when the world gives you no reason to hope. And that trust, that unwavering reliance, is what changes your heart long before your circumstances change. Consider the story of Prophet Zachariah A.S. He was an old man, childless, with a wife who could not conceive. By all worldly measures, his situation was hopeless. Yet in the quiet of his worship, he called upon Allah in secret, asking for a child. He did not announce his plea to the world. He whispered it in the privacy of his heart. And Allah responded by granting him Yahya, John, a child of immense blessing. This is the power of a secret dua. It can bring life into barren places, hope into hopeless situations, and light into the darkest corners of your world. There is another layer of wisdom in keeping your dua secret. It protects you from disappointment in the eyes of people. Imagine you tell everyone about your dua, about the job you want, the marriage you desire, the success you hope for, and it doesn't happen. Suddenly, your dua becomes a source of embarrassment, your faith questioned by others. But when your dua is between you and Allah alone, No one can measure it. No one can comment on it. No one can diminish it. It remains a private connection, safe from judgment, safe from interference, safe from the noise of the world. And in that safety lies a peace unlike any other. When you make dua in secret, you also learn patience, because no one else knows what you are waiting for. No one else asks you. No one else pressures you. You wait with dignity, holding your hope in your heart, trusting Allah's timing. And that waiting molds you, shapes you, and prepares you for the blessing that is yet to come. Many times, the delay itself is a blessing. The time spent waiting while making secret dua polishes your soul, cleanses your heart, and teaches you reliance. So that when the blessing finally arrives, you are not only grateful for the gift, but also grateful for the journey that brought you there. Now pause for a moment and ask yourself, what is the one thing you need most right now? Is it relief from hardship? Guidance in confusion? Forgiveness for sins? Healing from pain? Take that need and keep it close to your heart. Instead of announcing it to the world, turn to Allah in solitude. Let your lips whisper it only to Him. Let your tears fall where no one sees. Believe that Allah, who knows what is hidden and what is revealed, hears even the prayers you cannot put into words. For He knows what the heart wants even before the tongue speaks it. The world teaches us to seek validation from people, to share everything, to broadcast our struggles and our victories. But Allah teaches us something different: to seek Him quietly, to worship Him privately, to speak to Him in whispers. This is where true strength lies. Because when you can rely on Allah without needing anyone else's acknowledgement, you have already won. You have secured a direct line to the one who controls all outcomes. And that is worth more than all the recognition in the world. So tonight, as the world sleeps, as the noise fades, find a corner for yourself. Raise your hands, whisper what you need, cry if you must. Ask for guidance, ask for mercy, ask for forgiveness, ask for your dreams, ask for relief, and then leave it with Allah. Because the dua you make in secret, the dua that no one sees but Allah, has the power to transform everything. The heart finds its greatest comfort when it realizes that it is never alone. Even when the world forgets you, even when friends drift away, even when family cannot understand your pain, Allah remains. He is always listening, always near, always ready to respond. The dua you make in secret is the proof of that relationship, a sacred reminder that your reliance is not on people, but on the Lord of all creation. And when you start living with that awareness, your life changes in ways you cannot explain. Suddenly, the weight of the world feels lighter. Suddenly, the fear of people's opinions disappears. Suddenly, the silence of the night becomes your closest companion. Because it is in that silence that you speak to Allah and Allah listens. Many people wonder why Allah asks us to make dua if He already knows what is in our hearts. The answer is simple yet profound. Dua is not just about asking. It is about connecting. It is the rope that ties you to your Creator. By raising your hands, by whispering in secret, you are acknowledging your neediness, your dependence, your helplessness. And Allah loves to see His servants recognizing their need for Him. Imagine a child who asks their parents for something with tears in their eyes. How much softer does the parent's heart become? Now imagine the King of Kings, whose mercy is infinite, whose love is beyond comprehension. How could He turn away from a heart that comes to Him sincerely, secretly, humbly? He cannot. His mercy will descend in ways you do not expect. Think of Prophet Yunus in the belly of the whale. Alone in darkness upon darkness of the sea, darkness of the night, darkness of the belly of the creature, he whispered, Illa ilaha illa anta sabanaka inni kuntu mina zalimin. There is no deity except you. Glory be to you. Indeed, I was of the wrongdoers. It was not a public prayer. No one heard it except Allah. Yet that hidden plea shook the heavens. It reached the throne of Allah and became the reason he was delivered from despair. This is the power of a dua made in secret. It does not need an audience. It only needs Allah. Though there is something deeply healing about pouring your heart out to Allah without anyone else knowing. In this world, when we share our struggles with people, sometimes they empathize, but other times they judge. Sometimes they support, but other times they gossip. Sometimes they comfort, but other times they remind us of our weaknesses. But when you speak to Allah, you are safe from all of that. He will never shame you, never expose you, never belittle your pain. Instead, He will honor you, cover your faults, and replace your sorrow with hope. The dua you make in secret becomes a shield, protecting your dignity while granting you relief. Another wisdom behind secret dua is that it is protected from arrogance. The nafs, our inner self, craves recognition. It loves to show off good deeds. How often do we feel a subtle pride when others see us pray, fast, or give charity? But when your dua is hidden, the ego has no chance to interfere. It is between you and Allah alone, pure and untouched by the gaze of others. The scholars often said that a hidden good deed is like a hidden treasure, secure, valuable, and pleasing to Allah. And among the most beloved hidden deeds is dua. Let us reflect on the night prayer, tahajjud. It is the most private of moments when the world is asleep, when even the most active souls are resting. In that deep silence, when you rise and bow and whisper your du'as in the darkness, you join the ranks of those closest to Allah. The Prophet told us that Allah descends to the lowest heaven in the last third of the night and calls out, "Who is calling upon me that I may answer him? Who is asking from me that I may give him? Who is seeking my forgiveness that I may forgive him?" Imagine your secret dua being answered in those sacred hours. Imagine the angels recording your hidden tears. Imagine Allah Himself responding to your plea. What honor could be greater than this? But perhaps the most beautiful thing about secret dua is how it strengthens tawakkul, trust in Allah. When you ask Allah silently with no one else knowing, you are forced to rely solely on Him. You are not waiting for people to help. You are not depending on someone's sympathy. You are not seeking validation. You are turning entirely to Allah. And when your dua is eventually answered, there is no doubt in your mind about who gave it to you. You know it was Allah because no one else even knew what you had asked for. That certainty increases your iman, fills your heart with gratitude, and deepens your submission. Sometimes Allah does not answer your secret dua in the way you expect. But do not let that discourage you. Every dua is answered, either by giving you what you asked for, delaying it until the right time, replacing it with something better, or storing it for you in the hereafter. Imagine standing on the day of judgment, overwhelmed by fear, when suddenly you find mountains of reward. You ask, where did this come from? And it will be said, these are the answers to the duas you made in secret that you did not see in the dunya. Would you not then wish that none of your du'as had been answered in this world, so that all of them could be waiting for you in the hereafter? Such is the generosity of Allah. Nothing is lost. Not a single tear, not a single whisper, not a single sigh is ignored. Everything is preserved with your Lord. Sometimes your secret dua becomes the turning point for your entire life. A student begging for success in studies ends up guided to a career that changes lives. A couple praying for a child is blessed with a future leader. A person crying for forgiveness in the middle of the night is protected from sins that would have destroyed them. You may not even realize how your hidden dua is shaping your destiny, but Allah does. And when the results unfold, you look back and realize that it all began with those quiet moments no one knew about. Think also about the impact of dua on your character. Each time you lower your head in secret, you are training your heart in humility. Each time you whisper your needs to Allah, you are reminding yourself of your dependence. Each time you cry unseen, you are washing away arrogance. Over time, these hidden acts mold you into a person of sincerity, patience, and gratitude. And these qualities are far greater than any material blessing. They are treasures that stay with you in this life and benefit you in the next. Even when you feel your dua is weak, when words escape you, when all you can do is cry, remember that Allah knows. He knows what the heart cannot express. He knows what you need before you ask. Sometimes the tear that falls in secret is more powerful than 1,000 eloquent words. Sometimes the sigh you release in frustration carries more weight than a long speech. Because Allah looks at the sincerity, not the perfection. He looks at the heart, not the tongue. And when your heart is sincere, your secret dua is powerful beyond measure. So if you have been holding on to pain, carrying burdens that no one understands, feeling unseen and unheard, take comfort in this. Allah sees you. Allah hears you. Allah knows you. Your secret dua is not lost in the void. It is rising, carried by the angels, reaching the throne of the most merciful. And when the time is right, it will return to you in the form of blessings you never imagined. This is the promise of Allah, and His promise is always true. Every dua you make in secret is like a seed planted in the soil of sincerity. At first, nothing seems to happen. Days pass, weeks pass, sometimes even years. You begin to wonder if your effort was wasted, if your whispers in the night ever reached their destination. But then, slowly, without warning, the seed begins to grow. A door opens that you never expected. Relief arrives when you had lost hope. A blessing enters your life in such a way that you realize no human hand could have arranged it. That is when you understand. The seed of your dua was always alive, silently growing beneath the surface, waiting for the right time to bloom. And when it blooms, it not only beautifies your life, it strengthens your faith, reminding you that Allah never forgets His servants. There is a hidden sweetness in keeping your dua between you and Allah. When blessings arrive, people will see your success, your healing, your new opportunities, but they will not know the secret behind it. They will admire your strength, your patience, your resilience, without realizing that what truly sustained you were the tears you shed when no one was watching. They will praise your results, while only you know the reality, that every change came from the private moments you spent with your Lord. This is what makes secret dua so precious. It creates miracles that cannot be explained by logic, blessings that cannot be traced to effort alone. It becomes a story written by Allah Himself, and you are the one chosen to live it. Even more powerful is the way hidden dua reshapes your view of life. When you experience the sweetness of private prayers being answered, your heart no longer chases people. You no longer need to expose your pain to the world, because you know the one who matters most already knows. You stop worrying about who supports you and who abandons you, because you have tasted the sweetness of being supported by Allah alone. And this shift is transformative. It frees you from the chains of seeking validation. You no longer measure your worth by people's recognition, but by your closeness to Allah. And in that realization lies true freedom. This is why the righteous before us treasured secret acts of worship. Some would pray at night while their families slept. Some would give charity in ways no one could trace back to them. And some would fast without letting even their closest companions know. They understood that hidden deeds are more beloved to Allah because they are protected from the ego. And among the hidden deeds, dua stands out because it is the essence of worship. It is the heartbeat of faith. The Prophet himself used to ask Allah for protection in private, seeking His mercy away from the eyes of others, teaching us that true strength lies not in what the world sees, but in what Allah alone knows. But there is another beauty here. Sometimes your secret dua benefits not just you, but others around you. Perhaps you pray for your parents when they don't even know it. Perhaps you ask for guidance for a friend who is struggling in silence. Perhaps you whisper forgiveness for someone who hurt you. None of these duas are wasted. Allah hears every one of them, and He may bless others through your hidden supplications in ways they never realize. Imagine the joy on the day of judgment when someone discovers that a hidden dua you made for them became the reason for their forgiveness or success. What greater reward could there be than knowing that your secret conversation with Allah lifted someone else's burdens? And yet, the greatest reward of all is not even in this world. The scholars tell us that on the day of judgment, when every soul is exposed, when every hidden deed is brought to light, Allah will honor His servants who made secret duas. Those whispers, those tears, those moments of solitude will be displayed not to shame them, but to elevate them. Imagine Allah saying to you in front of creation, "This is my servant who turned to me when no one else saw, who asked me when no one else knew, who trusted me when the world doubted. Today I grant them what they asked and more." Can there be any honor greater than being recognized by Allah Himself? So if you feel overlooked, if you feel unseen, if you feel as though your voice is too small to matter, remember this: The dua you make in secret is never overlooked by Allah. Every time you whisper His name, the heavens listen. Every tear you shed is collected. Every sigh you release is recorded. And when the right moment arrives, Allah will send you an answer so perfect, so precise, that you will fall into sujood in gratitude. You will realize that while you were hidden from the world, you were always seen by the one who matters most. Do not let shaitan discourage you when you don't see immediate results. Sometimes the greatest gift is not in receiving what you asked for, but in the closeness you built while asking. Sometimes the dua itself is the blessing. Every moment you spend calling upon Allah is a moment of worship, a moment of light, a moment that draws you closer to your Creator. And closeness to Allah is the greatest treasure a believer can ever possess. So guard your secret du'as. Keep them safe in your heart. Continue making them even when years pass without visible change. Continue whispering them when your tears are your only companion. Continue believing that Allah is listening because He is. The dua no one sees, but Allah truly has the power to transform everything, not just your circumstances, but your heart, your faith, your life, and even your destiny. And now I turn to you. Tonight, when the world quiets down and you find yourself alone, don't waste that moment. Raise your hands in sincerity. Close your eyes and speak to Allah as though He is right in front of you, because He is closer than you think. Tell Him your fears, your dreams, your regrets, your needs. Ask Him for what no one else knows you long for, and then leave it with Him. Trust that He will respond in the best way at the best time. My dear brothers and sisters, if this message touched your heart, then don't let it end here. Make dua now, wherever you are. And if you want to remind others of the power of secret supplication, share this with them. Let it be a source of inspiration, a reminder that our greatest strength lies not in what people see, but in what Allah alone knows. And before you go, support this channel by liking this video, subscribing for more reminders, and pressing the bell icon so you never miss a chance to strengthen your connection with Allah. Together, let's build a community that seeks Him in silence, trusts Him in trials, and thanks Him in triumph. The dua no one sees, but Allah truly transforms everything. So start making yours today.